Hello and welcome to this presentation for the B1 Speaking and Listening English Test for British Citizenship or Settlement, or in other words, indefinite leave to remain. My name is Katie and I work for the award-winning publishing company How to Become, the UK's leading career specialist and educational resource providers. Now, passing the English language test in speaking and listening skills is part to showing that you are ready to become a citizen or a permanent resident of the UK. Now, this short video will discuss everything you need to do in order to prepare for your interview. And I'm going to provide some real golden tips that you should note down and consider when applying for your visa for indefinite leave to remain. I'm going to teach you how to pass the English language interview for British citizenship or indefinite leave to remain. Now, you probably already know that you will have to take the Life in the UK test, but also have to take an English language test before you can get your visa. Now, throughout this video, I'll be providing some great, important information on how to pass the test. Stick around to the end of the video and I'll tell you a few of the things that I think you really need to do in order to do well. So How to Become have also created this #1 resource for anyone hoping to pass their assessments. So absolutely crammed with amazing tips. This is the ideal preparation for your B1 exam. It will show you how to successfully pass the speaking and listening test, help secure your visa, and it contains a range of invaluable tips on how to prepare for the test, sample practice questions, advice on how to answer, and expert insight into what the assessors are looking for in your B1 exam. Stick around and I will tell you where you can purchase your very own guide to help you with the process of passing the B1 exam. So in this short video, I'm going to tell you how to prepare for the English language interview for British citizenship or indefinite leave to remain. This is the English language test that you will have to take before you can apply for your visa. I've had a lot of interviews in my time, and one thing that is key to any kind of interview is to be well prepared. So get a pen and paper and get ready to make some notes, okay? So throughout this video, I'm going to give you some top tips on how to prepare for the interview so you will show the interviewer your English is good enough to pass. At the end, I'll tell you what I think are 7 things you need to do in order to make sure you are ready for your assessments. So it's important to know one thing about the test. The interviewer is not looking to see that you can talk without making any mistakes. If you make a few mistakes, then this is okay. The interviewer will want to know that you can communicate with other people in English in an effective manner. This means that you can listen and understand, make comments, ask questions, and speak so others can understand you. This is important to know when you prepare for the interview. Now, of course, if you make a lot of mistakes, then this is going to be difficult to understand. So let's have a look at what you can do before the test to make sure you are successful in the interview. First, practice giving good answers. You will need to give the interviewer information and answer questions. So if you do this in 1 or 2 words, then this does not give a good impression. For example, you could answer a go to the park to the question, what do you like doing in your free time? But this is a very short answer that is too simple and won't show the interviewer that you can use language at the right level. And this won't impress the interviewer very much. Instead, say a bit more and join your ideas up and make a few sentences that are connected. For example, you could answer the question by saying, at the weekends I enjoy going to the park with my daughter. There's a beautiful park near my house that's full of wildflowers. We love going to the park. In fact, I was there yesterday and stayed for 2 hours. So how can you practice this? Well, get your friends or members of your family to ask you questions about yourself. See how long you can keep talking about yourself and different events, okay? So you can also practice this by giving good, long answers to questions people ask you. Answer as fully as you can and give lots of information. Now remember, the interviewer can't get a good idea of your English level if you don't talk or just say 1 or 2 words. Next is expand your word range. The interviewer will be checking to see if you can use a variety of words. If you just use short, simple words, then this won't be enough to pass. For example, don't just say, my husband is tall, fat, and is nice. Say he's tallish, a bit overweight, and very friendly. So as you can see, this is using a lot more words, and it's showing that you are capable of expanding your English vocabulary. So how can you prepare to impress the interviewer with your words? Get active and make a mind map of word lists for subjects that the interviewer may talk about. This could be subjects like shopping, transport, your hobbies, work, college or school, the cinema, etc. For education, you could write words such as primary, secondary education, attend a course, do a degree, qualifications, resit exams, etc. Again, don't just repeat the same words again and again, okay? So you need to mix your words up and come up with a variety of different words. Improve the range of your words you can use in the interview by learning words that have a similar meaning. So if you use the same words again and again in the interview, then this will not impress the interviewer. For example, don't say, I like the cinema, I like football, I like to watch television, but instead say something like, I'm keen on the cinema, I'm very interested in football, I enjoy watching football, etc. So the next thing to do is work on your pronunciation. Do you feel that people sometimes don't understand you when you talk? Then you can do some preparation for the interview by working on this. Ask friends and family to correct you if you mispronounce a word. Check with them by asking, did I say it right? Read aloud to family or friends and get them to correct you. Listen to others talking and try to copy the way they pronounce the words. Do you only watch TV programs that are in your own language? If you do this, then this means you aren't listening to English very much, and so you won't know how to pronounce the words, and this could cause problems when it comes to the interview. So listen to radio programs and watch TV news or programs and listen very carefully to the way they sound. Copying is a great way to improve your pronunciation, and it will go a long way in your interview. So the interview will expect you to ask questions. Make sure you have a few questions ready about the subjects such as transport that may come up. Practice making questions by asking questions to people you meet. This could be in a shop, to your family, in a library, anything to help you understand your topic in a bit more detail. Do the people understand you when you ask the questions? If not, make sure you are saying the questions correctly by asking a friend or family member to help you make the questions. So you will need to show the interviewer you can do certain things in English. The interviewer will want to know that you can give reasons, talk about what you did in the past, talk about your plans, say how long events lasted, talk about the differences between two things or more, suggest places to go or things to do, talk about quantities and ask relevant questions. So prepare for the interview by thinking what you can say that shows you can do these things. For example, to show you can give reasons, you can say, this is because, this is why, the reason for this. Make a list for yourself of different words and sentences you can use in the interview to show that you can do these things. So know what to expect. You will feel less nervous, okay? So watch videos on different types of tests on YouTube. So Trinity College and IELTS Skills for Life have samples of what happens in their tests. Step-by-step guides. So click on these links after you finish watching this video. And you should know which test you are going to take when you do your B1 exam. So whatever test you're taking, make sure you have a look in great detail of what you can expect. So the more ready you are, the better you will do, okay? So here are my 7 hot tips from this video. Practice giving full answers to questions, okay? So avoid 1 or 2 word answers. Widen your vocabulary, so make word lists for the subjects that come up. Reading is a great way to learn new words. Get your friends and family to correct you, so ask them to tell you if you pronounce a word in the wrong way or make a language mistake. You may have been talking for years and making the same mistakes, so you would want to correct these before your interview. prepare your topic for the Trinity exam, okay? So in this exam, you must go into the exam room with a topic form. Get this ready before the day and practice talking and explaining each of your points. Be active in covering the things that you are expected to do in the exam, okay? So remember, the interviewer will expect you to do certain things in English, like give reasons and give explanations. Be ready to ask questions yourself, okay? So don't just expect to answer questions. This is a conversation, not an interrogation, okay? So it will have to flow. So once they ask you questions, they will be more than impressed if you ask questions following that. Finally, know what to expect. So watch YouTube videos on the exams for Trinity College SELT website for grade 5 and the IELTS Life Skills website to see what happens in the exam. So find more information on how to pass the B1 speaking and listening test from this guide. This is the pass the B1 speaking and listening English test for British citizenship and settlement or indefinite leave to remain. Now, to purchase this guide, please check out www.howtobecome.com or search on Amazon the title of the guide that I mentioned previously. So that completes this video on passing the B1 speaking and listening English test, and I hope you have taken away some useful points to help you prepare. So don't forget, subscribe to the channel, it is free. Like this video and look out for more of my upcoming videos to help you prepare for the B1 assessments. If you do have any questions or queries, please drop me a message below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching and I wish you all the very best in your assessments.